iron in their soul. What's up, YouTube? This is your brother King Jabez. Back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, share this video, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at the King Jabez, as well as my website, theironandsoul.com, where you can book a consultation or get my book. Whatever you choose to do, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. Let's talk about today a very important message, and that is chosen ones. You're about to blow up, but sabotagers are out there lurking and waiting for opportunity to bring you down. You see, what you got to understand is that whenever you are on the path of progress, you're on this journey, you're growing, you're shining, you're making moves. You know, whatever word you want to use, you're leveling up, you're clouding up. Whenever you're doing that, there is an audience to your progress. And those who are watching you, they are either supporters, let's start with the positive, who want you to do well, who are happy for you. There are people out here who are happy for you. I'm going to start with the positive first, who want to see you grow, who want to see you shine, who know your worth. They're behind you. You know, they're with you. I've been doing my content now for close to 4 years, and there are people I know for a fact they're with me. But at the same time, there are people, and this is just not about my channel, this is about life. There are people who watch you with the evil eye, with the intention to bring you down. They will position themselves next to you disingenuously, pretending to be your friend for the purpose of gathering information. That's why you got to be careful talking too much. When you're on your way up, you got to move different. Because what will happen is that the enemy will place people next to you with the goal to bring you down. And a part of this is being a steward, being wise and protecting what? You know what I'm going to say? Your energy. Why is this so important? Because one of the most valuable resources in a war is energy, right? You can't fight tired. You can't fight if you're fatigued. So, and that's the case in a physical war. How much so when you're trying to make progress, whether it be spiritually, financially, try and go forward with your fitness goals, your music career. Some of you who are into acting, those of you who are, pursuing a career in Hollywood, you got to be careful who you share that with, because everyone won't see your vision. And so there will be people who will position themselves next to you for the purpose of a sneak attack. So they'll start flagging your page. I'm going to just talk to you, give it to you straight. They'll begin to try to sabotage, and then they'll show up out of nowhere. You will have family members who you ain't talked to in 5, 10, 15 years. I had a family member reach out to me I haven't talked to in years. And when people start seeing you making some progress, here they come. And you have to be careful who comes next to you before you blow up. Because some of you right now, you're about to blow up. That's why I'm giving you this message. You're about to, and I'm not saying you're going to become famous, because blowing up is not just becoming famous. It's deeper than this. You're about to make some moves. Right? You got a business deal. You got an idea that's finna clout you up, son. Right? You got a song that's finna clout you up. You have a look. You're trying to build your profile, whatever it may be. You know what I'm talking about. You know what you're working on. You got something, you got an idea, you got some tricks up your sleeves that you're working on right now, and it's about to level you up. So before that happens, watch out. I'm warning you. This is your big brother. Watch out for the sabotagers. Watch out for the sneak attacks. Watch out for the haters. Watch out for people who pretend to be with you, but there's sometimes, you realize there are people who have folks working with them, and they will pay somebody to study you, to research you, to pretend to be your friend for the purpose of gathering sensitive information that will be adverse to your progress. You see, King David talks about this in Psalms, and he says it like so clearly. He says that they watched my steps, right? They were hunting for my soul. They really were hiding themselves. This is the language that Psalms use. So they will hide, they will watch, and they're waiting for the perfect time to strike, to come with that sneak attack, to bring harm to your progress. And this is why, and the reason this is so important, because before you blow up, just to keep myself on track with this, you feel it. Oh, you know when you know when that invisible dial has switched in your life. You know when you've hit that jackpot, so to speak. And other people feel that too. You can kind of tell when someone's about to make some progress. You feel it. There's something about that energy and vibration in a man and a woman when good favors come in their way. People sense that. And so everyone will start trying to position themselves next to you. And when this happens, you have to be careful to, avoid the extreme of thinking everyone's a hater. Because what's going to happen is the Most High is going to position people next to you for the purpose of helping you fulfill this vision. Right? Because you need people. So you're going to have people there who are there to support, who are there to help you level up, who are there to help you advance and to really achieve the progress you want. So you have to be careful that you don't mistake those people for haters, for sabotagers. But at the same time, you're going to have to understand who the sabotagers are. Who are the people who are there pretending to be friends, but really they're trying to mess up your progress. So what you're going to need right now in this time of your life, see, it's a very difficult transition from where you're at now to the level up. There's a very uncomfortable middle area. Right? I know what I'm talking about. Before you hit that next level, before you level up, there's an uncomfortable period of time. There's an uncomfortable 6 months. There's an uncomfortable 1 year, 2 years in some cases. And when you're still going through that humiliation ritual, you're still going through that process, and you feel that favor coming your way. And what the enemy wants to do, what people want to do, who may be jealous or insecure or hateful, who don't like you for that reason, they want to come by and steal what you got. They want to come steal your idea. They want to come steal that man, steal that woman from you, steal that opportunity from you. There are people right there who are opportunists, waiting for an opportunity to strike and to try to prove that you're not who you say you are, even though they're not who they say they are. So during this transition, you need discernment. This is a time where you have to make some good decisions. And this is a time when you have to trust your gut. I'm going to give you right now a real life example of this. Michael Clark Duncan. You know him from the movie The Green Mile. Big guy, famous in a lot of movies. That was my auntie's boyfriend. And prior to him pursuing his career in acting, he told my auntie that, who was his girlfriend at the time. Oh, the truth, this real life. He told my grandfather that. And they were not quite buying him leaving his construction job, which was a good job, his construction job, to go chase this dream in California. Well, you know what happened. We all know who that man is today, don't we? Big old black guy. Big guy. Famous. Hollywood. He gambled on himself. He had to leave my auntie. Nothing against her, but she didn't get it. He had to leave my auntie. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite aunties. That's who paid for my braces for me. So I got straight teeth today. So shout out to auntie. TT held me down. You know what I mean? So nothing against my auntie. We still cool forever because of that. But, she didn't believe the dream. And neither did my grandfather. Both people who I respect. And so I use that not to shame my grandfather, my auntie, but to show you a very real life example of this before you blow up. There will be people who will sabotage you, even when they're not haters, just because they just simply don't get it. They don't see what you see. And this is why it's called vision. That's what vision is. Vision is the ability to see what others can't see. So if you have a vision for your life, everyone will understand that. And you have to have enough confidence in yourself and in the Most High to go after this. Because you're not going to blow up being passive. You're not going to blow up not trusting yourself. You're not going to blow up not making the decision to travel to some other cities. Okay? You're going to have a hard time doing it just in your hometown. You got to leave your hometown probably. Do some traveling. Go to places where what you're trying to do is actually happening. And that's going to require you having confidence and not allowing the sabotagers, those who may be lurking. See, the Hebrew word that's used for this is lurkers. There are people kind of like agents, right, who are sitting back watching you. And this is why I did that video about elite eyes being on you. The elite eyes are not always good. Sometimes the elite eyes are there to take your ideas. Now, Shout out to Young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh, he pointed this out maybe a year or two ago on his No Jumper interview. Young Pharaoh, for those who know, who was very popular in the YouTube space a while ago. You know, some things happen when Young Pharaoh. I won't get into all that. I don't understand all the details. But what I'll say about Young Pharaoh, he's very intelligent. I'm not saying anything bad about him. Very intelligent man. He had a lot of knowledge he gave to people. And, you know, he does music as well. He does hip-hop music. And he was talking about how a lot of times well-known rappers will go to SoundCloud and they will find rappers who are not known yet, who have a nice style, who have that swag, who got that energy, and they'll steal their flow. That happens. You know, matter of fact, that's what happened with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, by the way, just kind of throwing something out there. He's still around the number 9 style from Chicago. Okay? A lot of people do that. They'll see someone's style who may not have as much volume, and they'll take it because they have a bigger platform. And this happens in all spaces, by the way. This happens with music. This happens in the acting lane. Some of you who want to be comedians, some of you who want to... Any of you today who are creative people, they're lurkers in those lanes. If you're doing music or acting or dancing or modeling or whatever it may be in that type of space, that lane, oh, the lurkers are there. the knives, the daggers are out. The sabotagers are there. If you are creating content, if you are sharing information, if you are in any of these lanes or trying to get in those lanes, you most certainly will have to look out for lurkers and sabotagers. And let me give you this word of wisdom too. When you're on the path of progress and prosperity and advancement, I want to use these key words here. Advancement, prosperity, moving forward, leveling up, getting to the bag, clouting up, getting the eyes on you that you want, getting the exposure that you've been looking for. During this time of transition, again, you got to be so careful because at times you're so eager for that progress, you can feel it, right? You can taste it, you know it's right there. And if you're not careful, you will think something is confirmation that's not confirmation. You will think someone is support that's not support. So this is not a time to get distracted. I'm talking to you now. Oh yeah, if you're finna level up, this sir, ma'am, this is a time to be razor sharp focused. Because you gotta make some good decisions. You're gonna have to know who is who is confirmation, and who is just confusion. Who is with me, and who is pretending to be with me. Can I trust this woman, or shall I let this woman go? Is this the man, ladies? I'm talking to you now, ladies. Is this the man who I can trust and follow, or is this the man I gotta let go, even though I love this man? Because before you blow up, cloud up, whatever word you want to use, before that happens, there's some decisions you got to make. And this is what I know about switching lanes and going into another world. You're going to have to cut some people off. And that is that's uncomfortable. That hurts. That's painful. You're going to have to be wise. I want to use my words carefully. You're going to have to walk another New Testament word from the Bible. Biblical perspective, you're going to have to walk circumspectly. Now, if that word bothers you, we can bring it to the streets. You got to move different. You got to move different. If you don't like that word circumspectly, I'll give it to you plain English from 290 West Side Chicago. You got to watch how you move. You got that, didn't you? Okay? You got both ways. Watch how you move during this time. You got to move different. You got to talk different. You got to walk. You got to be alert, observant. And that's one thing I learned from being in Chicago. Living in Chicago, especially West Side, or wherever in Chicago, to be honest, West Side, East Side, whatever, you got to be alert. There were times where I was able to discern potential gunfire before it happened. I've had to happen to me a number of times. I just have such a strong intuition that comes from the Most High God. I give God credit for that. But I have so many life experiences. And being in the city, I can tell when the vibe is just off. It's time for me to go. And I've left times, next thing you know, there was gunshots later. I kid you not. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Because you have an alert, a new level of awareness in your spirit, your intuition. That's the word I'm looking for. Your intuition is strong. Your discernment is strong. And you need this before they level up. Because your selection of friends, mates, the city you live in, everything. You see, when we start talking about, because now we're talking about, without me saying it directly, we're talking about purpose. If we're talking about leveling up, blowing up, what are we talking about? Purpose. Your blow up, your level up, your cloud up, it comes from you tapping into your purpose. Now, as far as how you figure out how that is, I'm not going to get into all that in this video. That's another video for itself. But in terms of, if you do know what your purpose is and you're pursuing that, pursuing your purpose is what brings you the favor. That's what brings you the wealth that you're looking for. That's what brings you the status that you're looking for. That's what brings you that abundance that we want. And to do that, you need to be confident. You can't be doing things that are eating away at your confidence. You can't be around people who make you feel less than who you are, right? If you're around people who consistently refuse to acknowledge you for who you are, as opposed to who you used to be, cut them off, because that energy is an energy leak, and that leak in energy is keeping you from fighting. Because if you're talking about progress, you're talking about a war. Let me give it to you that way. If we're talking about progress, we're talking about a fight. And anything I know about a fight, you need energy. So you have to guard all of that. Now, from a Hebrew perspective, biblical, the scripture says to guard what? Guard your heart with all diligence. From out of it proceeds the issues of life. Guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it proceeds the issues of life. If you want to have life and abundance and wealth and prosperity, you got to guard this here. You got to guard this here. I'm telling you. And so we're talking about your thoughts, your ideas. You got to guard that. Quit. Some of you, I'm going to tell you flat out, I'm your big brother. Stop telling everybody everything. Stop telling everybody everything. Keep people out your business. Keep some things to yourself. Keep some ideas to yourself. Keep some plans to yourself. Let people see it when it manifests. Because they may get your idea, your plan, taking and run with it, and you'll be sitting back looking crazy. Salty. Talking too much. When you keep your mouth, you keep your life. That's also in the Bible, by the way. You see, the Bible gives us a lot of common sense. When you guard your tongue, you guard your life. So if we're talking about purpose and going forward and advancement and blowing up, you got to be careful with this. Why is that? People get jealous. Let's just be real here. Jealousy, hate, envy, that stuff is real. People will try to hurt you. You hear me? Because they're jealous of you. They will try to sabotage your whole life, your whole purpose. Do you understand that? So this is not a game. This is real. Hatred, jealousy, strife, gossip, comparisons, all of that human nature, that will cause people to act a certain type of way and get out of character. You know what I mean? So, during this level up, because some of you've been, I'm talking to people right now, so you wonder, okay, who is he talking to? I'm talking to people who have been through the process. You've been through the humiliation ritual I talked about, right? You have broken those spirit contracts, huh? You went through that season. I'm talking to you now. You went through that season of isolation. Folks not like you, not supporting you, leaving you for dead. Because that's part of the process. See, before you level up, before you blow up, you're left for dead first. People don't believe in you. That's just, you can't take personal. That's just the way it is. That's human nature. People don't believe Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school team sophomore year. So sometimes people just don't know who you are. Prince sometimes got booed off stage. And Prince is in my opinion, one of the rawest artists who ever existed. Even if you don't like his music, you gotta appreciate the talent. That man played with 25, 30 instruments, dancing, singing. Prince was raw with music. But at one point, he got booed off stage. So people don't always know how significant you really are. And you can't let that dictate who you are. You can't focus on it. You need to tap in. You need to lock in with yourself. Huh? You need to lock in with yourself. And know, this is who I am. I know who I am. That's confidence. That's purpose. That's awareness. That's having the right mindset. Right? And that's why it's so important to speak life over yourself as opposed to speaking death over yourself. Be careful what you say about yourself. Learn how to speak life out of your mouth. And to me, that's all a part of this whole teaching of watching out for the lurkers and the sabotagers and the sometimes sneak attacks before the level up. So as I wrap this up in conclusion, how do they do it? Getting too much information from you. You're talking too much. Trusting the wrong people, right? Getting bad advice. But at the same time, not trusting those who can really help you. That can be a problem too. So sometimes before you level up, you're going to have to receive some hard criticism. You're going to have to take that pull up without taking it personal, right? If you want to go to the next level, you need a good critique from the right people who are not trying to hurt you, who are really trying to help you. And I have received critiques from people who I knew were pulling me up. They were not trying to embarrass me. They were not trying to talk down on me. See, some of us, we think every time someone corrects us, they're talking down on you. No. They ain't talking down on you. If you want to get to the next level, receive that correction. I'm talking to you now. Receive that pull up. Let people speak into your life. Hey, some of my talks, some of the things I say in these talks, you're not going to like. But receive that, not because you like me, but for yourself, for your own good. So that you can be the best that you can be. That's to me, all a part of the process. So, ladies, men, I hope you enjoyed this. I feel that I've given you something today that can add value to your life, that can give you hope. Because before the blow up for you, if you say, when is it going to happen, big bro? When am I going to blow up? I don't know. I know this much. A lot can happen in 6 months. A lot can happen in 12 months. A lot can happen in 24 months. I'll give you that much. If you get focused right now, July of 2023, your life can be a lot different July of 2024, right? You get focused right now, your life could be a lot different July 2025, 2 years from now. So I don't know when your level up's coming, when your blow up, when your breakthrough's coming, but I know if you do what you're supposed to do and tap into your purpose and pursue that and be the best that you can be, the blessing's coming. You got to remain patient. But in the context of this message today, be aware of sabotagers, lurkers. We call them haters to make it simple. I'm using sabotage, haters. They right there. Agents. They're watching to bring you down, and you got to prepare yourself for that if you want progress. This is your big brother, King Jabez. Thanks for watching this video. God bless. Peace.